for his removal. FIR against Karnataka BJP MLA Muniratna on charges of atrocities against daily wage workers. Rishabh Shetty's upcoming movie Kantara 2 lands in trouble. Filmmakers fined Rs 50,000 for damaging forests by dumping film set items there. And let's now take you through as to what is in store in the South Indian for today. Siddaramaiah's absolute shocker on rape cases says, didn't rape happen during BJP's tenure? Gangs on the prowl in Bengaluru, 20 houses robbed over last 15 days. Basanagouda Yatnal makes a bizarre claim, says Nehru plotted Mahatma Gandhi's assassination. Income tax raids on several properties linked to film producer Dil Raju. That's our top story. Siddaramaiah shocker on rape. He's asking, didn't rapes happen during BJP's tenure? Bengaluru, the city labelled as the IT city and also hailed as one of the safest cities for working women in India, according to the top cities for women in India, which is TCWI survey conducted by the Avatar Group, which said that Bengaluru was inclusive, secure and adaptable for women professionals, has been badly busted with the recent and most horrific instance of sexual assault in the city. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? What has made it worse is the comment by Chief Minister Siddaramaiah about the case. Let me first tell you about this horrific case. On Sunday night, a woman who is originally from Tamil Nadu was waiting for a bus near the KR market to go to Yelahanka at around 11:30 p.m. While she was waiting for the bus, she made inquiries about the bus when two men approached under the pretext of showing the bus to Yelahanka. Next, they took her to an isolated spot and not only sexually assaulted the woman but also robbed her of all the jewelry that she was wearing, her mobile phone and money before fleeing the scene. The SJ Park police station is conducting an investigation into the matter. That Bengaluru is safe for women is a myth, like I said right at the beginning, because just a week ago, the city had witnessed a horror of horrors when a 6-year-old girl was raped and killed. Think about it. In the midst of it all, we have a Chief Minister, Siddaramaiah, who made the most insensitive comment on the recent sexual assault of the 37-year-old woman. Listen into what Siddaramaiah had to say.
ರೇಪ್ ಆಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ರೇಪ್ ಆಗಬಾರದು, ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಿಗೆ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಸಿಗಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮಾಜಘಾತಕ ಶಕ್ತಿಗಳು ಇಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ರೇಪೇ ಆಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ರೇಪ್ ಆಗಬಾರದು, ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಿಗೆ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಸಿಗಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮಾಜಘಾತಕ ಶಕ್ತಿಗಳು ಇಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೋಬೇಕು.
Yes, you heard it right. He tossed the horrific instance of sexual molestation into the BJP's court, whereas it is he, the man on the screen, who administers and governs the state. He also added later, and I'm quoting him here, he said, rape shouldn't happen. Women should be protected, but in society there are always bad elements. We will act strongly against them. Meanwhile, there was an all-round criticism over Siddaramaiah's comment. Union Minister and former Chief Minister of Karnataka, H.D. Kumaraswamy, said that this kind of a comment from Chief Minister Siddaramaiah was not expected, and that instead of making excuses to cover up the mistakes, he should focus on what is to be done to correct those mistakes. Of course, Home Minister G. Parameshwar also echoed Siddaramaiah's logic. Let me quote the Home Minister. He said such incidents have happened during the BJP era. This is a social evil. Such incidents have happened when all parties were in power. I have asked senior officials for information about the incident. I have instructed the culprits to take action without delay. The BJP should first understand the meaning of law and order. Makes me laugh. The fact of the matter is that the government can go blue in its face defending women's security in the state. But it was none other than Parameshwara himself who had presented data in the assembly highlighting a constant rise in sexual assault and rapes in Bengaluru, with the city reporting 110 cases in 2020, 116 cases in 2021 and then a jump to 151 in 2022 and a further rise to 172 in 2023. Till November of 2024, the city has reported 165 cases of rape, and the number, according to experts, is likely to go further up by the end of the year, beginning of this year. I know rape is indeed a social evil. No one need to teach us this. But for a chief minister to make a comparison with BJP's regime is most insensitive. Let's debate. Satyaprakash, spokesperson for the KPCC, has joined us, and GS Prashant, spokesperson for the BJP. A very warm welcome to all of you, to both of you. You know, it's a sexual assault, it's not a rape, then there are several theories, whatever it may be. This was what I was arguing with someone. Even if a case is proven to be all erroneous at the end of it all, nobody has a right to make such an insensitive comment by tossing it into the ambit of some other political party. Politics over sexual assault, women's bodies is a no. GS Prashant, your comment first on this extremely insensitive comment about why you asking me this? This is whataboutery to the highest level, GS Prashant.
Firstly, we have to now understand the mental situation of Siddaramaiah. We have to actually find out whether he is in his senses or not. Because after getting embroiled in scams, I think he's gone bonkers, and his statements, I don't think we should not be even repeating them. How can you even compare saying that has it not happened during BJP era? He's trying to score a political point when a woman has been violated and sexually assaulted. Instead of trying to protect women and ensure that law and order is in place, he's trying to now score political points over what has happened in the past. And on one side, you have the Home Minister talking about saying, we will inquire into what has happened, calling for information. This is completely insensitive towards the victim and also to women at large, because they really don't care for protecting them, because they're only trying to protect their seats. They are not sensitive to these issues at all. Because this is not the first case. When a child was raped, they did not want to take action. They tried to delay it. They said investigation is on. But they're immediately wanting to go back, because this is the Congress culture. We know what statement former speaker had made and how he likened himself to a rape victim while talking in the assembly. So this is in the Congress DNA to be insensitive towards women and make this statement. And I'm sure the Congress spokesperson today will defend every bit of Siddaramaiah's action and blame BJP for it. And we know, and to take this type of blame when the victims are there, we are really not bothered.
Right.
Let them blame
Okay.
BJP, but let them give law and order and protection to women.
Yeah. Law and order. I mean, my next story is also on Bengaluru. Don't worry. The deteriorating law and order situation, it is, as journalists, it is our duty to report them, the fear mongering which is going on. But I want to ask you, Satyaprakash, when a chief minister, of course, you have to comment on what your chief minister said. But apart from the fact, is that when he says that didn't it happen during BJP's regime, it is Home Minister Parameshwara who himself presented data in the assembly highlighting the rise in rapes in Bengaluru. It is not us. He presented data and he said year after year it is increasing. So please take it away, Satya. Your comment
okay, for the last 10 minutes, you and Mr. Prashant had a rhetoric. Okay. we empathize with whatever has happened with that woman, but there are police reports to the contrary of what you said. But you should not disturb me for the next 4 to 5 minutes. I will give you raw data. See, today what is happening is you are cherry picking what the CM said. You are picking and choosing what you want to say of what CM said. CM has said so many things, 4 or 5 sentences followed what he said. But you never have any emphasis on what he said. You are only cherry picking the first sentence. What the CM said is, rape shouldn't have happened. We are going to protect the women in this country, in the state. The police will act on the culprits. This you are never highlighting. I want to give you raw data. See, in Rajasthan, according to 2022, it is the state with the highest rapes in this country. Next comes UP. Next comes MP. Next comes Maharashtra. Like that, some 15 to 18 states are there. And most of the states are ruled by Mr. Modi and BJP. And this is a
Good
fact.
luck.
This is a fact of life, and Karnataka comes
Sudhaji,
somewhere
I think
around.
we shouldn't be talking
One-
Wait,
this
no,
because
Prashant, wait a
Congress
minute.
is now
Prashant,
by
he-
I'm-
Prashant, Prashant, let him speak, otherwise he will say.
I'm going
he-
to go out if this guy is going to keep on coming in between. Okay. And when you are going to target this government, you have to give me enough time to
I
for me
am.
to talk on behalf of my government.
Satya, go
Okay?
ahead.
See,
No one is targeting you, but go ahead. Huh.
absolutely. Give me some time is all I'm saying. Okay. So what we are saying is today the Ahinda Chief Minister is doing such a beautiful work. Today in Belgaum we are having such a beautiful function, and a guy comes and talks of a rape. So he got wild on him saying that is Karnataka the only state where rape is happening?
No, he didn't
or
say
rapes
that.
didn't happen in another state. And
No.
then he said that the government will take whatever action possible.
Yeah.
So what is
Satya,
wrong
with your
in-
permission now, with your permission, sir, he said didn't rapes happen in BJP's time as well. He did not say
Absolutely.
in other state. You know, you misquoted. You said he
I
said.
am saying that.
Wait a minute. You
I
are
am
saying
saying
it,
that.
right? Another thing
I am
is you
saying
said I
that.
cherry picked. I read an entire quote by
But
Mr.
your whole
Siddaramaiah.
emphasis is on the first
No,
sentence.
no,
Your
no,
whole
no.
emphasis
Also,
on the show is
no,
on
no.
the first sentence, not on all the four
Also,
sentences.
Satya, wait a minute. Satya, don't shout. No, we are all friends here. Why should we shout? No need. Also, Satya,
See,
Satya,
everybody
Satya.
has a style of speaking, and this is my style of speaking.
Okay, do it. Satya, also I read what the Honorable Chief Minister said about rapes. I also held out one thing right in the beginning. Whether this is a case of, someone, saying that it's erroneous. Later it's proven it was not at all a rape. It was only a sexual assault. It was not even a sexual assault. She was soliciting. You take every possible angle, Satya Prakash, still the Chief Minister of a state cannot ever say, didn't rape happen in BJP's tenure? Meaning, if they happen in my tenure, it is okay. 1 is equal to
English
1,
is a funny
4 is
language.
equal
You
to
have to
4.
say-
You are also saying that Rajasthan, all this. This is a shame if it is happening in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. This country, if we cannot
Any
secure...
rape is a shame, including the rapes that have happened in BJP government.
Prashant, come in.
And rapes are happening in Modi's country. That is also a shame. Modi
Prashant.
also should be ashamed of this. Isn't it? When you can
Sudhaji,
say
no, see-
Siddaramaiah should be ashamed, should Modi be ashamed of this?
There is a saying which says when you argue with a fool, it proves that there are two. So I don't want to be the second one there. So let my Congress spokesperson keep talking these things. But he has to understand the statement what he made a minute ago, that they are having some function and some reporter asked about rape, therefore Siddaramaiah is offended. What is this? Even though you are having one glorification function to say that you are the best chief minister and you have the best
We are
DCM,
glorifying
whatever,
Mahatma Gandhi.
you still
We are
have to be
glorifying
sensitive to
Mahatma
what
Gandhi,
is
the
saying.
father of the
Just
nation.
because
We are
a
not-
reporter questions you about a rape
not
incident
glorifying
happening in
Godse.
Karnataka, you
we are
cannot
glorifying the
shift
father of
blame
the nation
and feel
who gave
offended.
us freedom, Mr.
Prashant,
I'm sorry,
Prashant,
Shivpra-
We are not
Prashant,
the party of
Prashant,
Godse like you.
GS
Now
Prashant,
out of censure.
I have a GS Prashant. Let's not
We
get
are
personal.
glorifying Mahatma Gandhi.
Do not. I'm coming to that story,
not
Satya.
talk
Wait,
about this.
Satya.
Where
I'm
did
doing
you
an
get to
entire
Gandhi?
section. Satya, I'm doing an entire section on the Mahatma. the father of the nation. Just please hold your
Yes, I
horses.
will expose RSS and BJP on
Prashant,
that.
first of all, we will not get personal. We will not use words like fool. No, we will not do that. We will not do that. We will not do that. Come to the point. If you say, you will not, please don't get personal, Prashant. It's not good. We are all South Indians here. Why get personal? No disparaging words, please. Request to you. You're younger than me.
My only request
Please.
is give me enough time.
I have given you Satya, but you
tell
went
my point of
Rajasthan,
view.
Madhya Pradesh. Do you think rape and sexual assault cases have increased in Karnataka? Please say yes or no, because Mr. Parameshwara has presented data. Now for all of them, even Parameshwara today has said, why haven't they increased? Weren't they there in BJP's tenure? What kind of a comparison is this? Crime is not compared. Crime is curtailed, Mr. Satya Prakash.
Yes, yes. Now let us talk sense. Now we are talking sense. Okay. Now we are not talking rhetoric. Now we are not talking about any parties. See, any rape is a crime. And every government, whether it is Congress, whether it is Siddaramaiah or Modi, have to take action on it. And rapes are on an increase across the country. Why they are on the increase across the country? I will tell you the reason. There are nearly 90 to 100 rapes that are happening on a daily basis.
Okay.
There are 32,000 rapes that have happened in this country.
Okay.
And the conviction rate is a pathetic 22% or 24%.
Very valid.
People don't have any fear. They feel that even if I rape, tomorrow I will come out within 6 months.
Right.
You look at what Prajwal case, what is happening. You look at
So
Muniratna's case
therefore,
is already
no,
out.
okay, I've heard you, but you
Look
have
at
very
all the
good data.
BJP MLAs.
Satya, you've got
They are
very
all out.
solid data with you. No one will argue with your data, Satya Prakash. Therefore, if it is a crime and Siddaramaiah is adding to it by trivializing it, by putting it in the political ambit, is my submission
come on,
as a woman.
Sudha.
As a woman,
Siddaramaiah
Prashant,
is a
come
man
in, and
who
then I
has
have to.
40 years of public life. Will he ever be so trivial?
Sudhaji,
Will
they have
he
to also
ever be
understand
so
when
trivial for a
they
rape
give
to
data.
tell me? But
See,
we are
it's easy to
cherry-picking
give
the first
data and
sentence.
says
Go
among
on.
the metro cities,
Okay.
Delhi is the highest. But we are not on those parameters to say
Yes.
whether Delhi has more rapes or Calcutta or Madras. That is
Rape
not
is
the
a rape.
reason. It is not the reason. This is not what we should be debating.
Yeah.
This is about the safety of the women here and what steps
Why
Siddaramaiah
are
has taken
rapes
is point number
happening?
one.
What is the
And
reason
point number
for
two,
rape happening?
being so insensitive
Why-
to the victim. On the face of it, Congress now saying it is happening elsewhere. Now, please set your house in order. The people of those states will teach the incumbent governments a lesson if what you're stating is correct. But why are you being insensitive
I'm
towards
going-
this?
I'm-
and why are
I'm-
you defending the CM on this?
Yeah,
Admit
we
that the
cannot.
CM was
I think
wrong in making
it's
the statement.
indefensible.
Sudha.
This cannot be defended. I'm
Sudha.
going to the second story, Satya. It's again
Just
about.
last word.
But I will give you only 30 seconds, Babu, please.
That's it.
All right.
See, if rapes are happening because of Congress party, you teach us a lesson. If rapes are happening because of our CM Siddaramaiah, yes, everyone has a right. Rapes are happening for a different reason is all I'm saying. It's not because of Prashant
No, we are
or
not
me or
getting to
someone
what
else.
Mulayam Singh
And it
Yadav
is-
said.
wait, yeah,
Satya,
why are you
Mulayam
coming
Singh
Again,
Yadav
you know,
said
you
why
have to
such things
see
will happen.
what
We
has
are
happened is
trivializing
that
it.
it's becoming like a show where everyone speaks. I never wanted it like that.
My
We are
30
all
minutes or
decent.
30 seconds also you want to take here. You next 5 minutes give it to him only, Sudha, please. I will not speak.
I'm just so aghast at what you're saying. I've been quiet. I've been trying to get your point of view. But if you both decide to speak at the same time, not my fault. I'm only the anchor of the show. Thank you for your patience, Satya Prakash. Second story coming up on your screens right now. Gangs on the prowl in Bengaluru, 20 houses robbed over last 15 days. That's the story. The gangs of Bengaluru. I know that it sounds very, very dramatic, but this is a city people loved in the south. It was our city where the retired went and lived. It was a decent city. And today, day after day, we are doing stories about it. We told you in our previous report that crimes against women are on the rise in Bengaluru. Of course, our experts, one of them, the Congress spokesperson, said, but it has become a pan-Indian phenomenon. Maybe he's right, but then we all have to be sensitive about rapes and sexual assault. In this report, you can treat it as part 2 of the same. we shall tell you about how there are enough indications that Bengaluru has become nearly the crime capital of India, with gangs of robbers on the prowl in the tech city. Yes, gangs. Over the last 15 days, at least 20 houses in Bengaluru's Avalahalli police station area have been robbed and several lakhs of rupees and gold looted. According to the police, the thieves first recce the area during the day, riding their bikes, and then at night execute the robbery after arriving in cars with their faces covered with masks. The robbers are focused on 4 to 5 layouts on the outskirts of the city with a target to rob about 20 homes. Gold jewelry and lakhs of rupees have been stolen from at least 3 houses. CCTV footage has captured the thefts, showing a gang of 4 thieves operating in the Avalahalli police station area. Residents of the affected layouts are therefore living in tremendous fear. And looks like that these robberies are not just limited to Bengaluru. Over the last 15 days, 2 daylight robberies were reported in Karnataka's Bidar as well as Bengaluru. On 16th of January, 2 robbers on a bike, who as per reports were part of an interstate gang, looted 83 lakhs from an ATM cash van in Bidar. 2 security guards were shot dead in this case, even as the robbers managed to escape via Hyderabad. On 17th of January, a gang of 5 armed robbers executed a loot of cash, gold and jewelry worth rupees 12 crores at the Kotekar Seva Sahakari Bank in Bengaluru. The robbers threatened the bank staff with guns, swords and knives and filled their bags with cash, gold and escaped. Police is of course investigating both these robberies, and special teams have been formed to nab the culprits. Reacting on the law and order situation, BJP MLA Basanagouda Yatnal demanded State Home Minister's resignation. He said, State's law and order has completely collapsed. State's Home Minister G. Parameshwara should resign. Let's debate as to what has become of a quiet, peaceful city like Bengaluru. What has gone wrong? Satya Prakash continues to be with us, spokesperson for the KPCC. So does GS Prashant, spokesperson for the BJP. We also have a new guest who's joined us on the phone line, G.A. Bava, retired DCP, Mangalore. He's joining us. A very, very warm welcome to all of you. Mr. Bava, please come in. You know, the thefts happen, you know, murders happen, chain snatching happens, but gangs of robbers, Mr. Bava, who come, recce your home, come at night, they have robbed 3 houses, the police has evidence, there is CCTV footage, nothing is being done, sir.
No, ma, you are telling about namaste.
Namaste.
Good evening to everybody. Madam, of course, you are discussing about the crimes and you are telling that crimes are increased. You mentioned about this Mangalore Kottakkal robbery. I am from Mangalore. I know this is the act of people who know the bank and all. And this bank case will be definitely it will be detected within 2-3 days. You will get the news. That is different. And also in Bidar's case. And I don't think so. It is increased. It is for this government or home minister or anybody is not responsible. Sometimes these gangs will become very active. For example, when we were there, when Dandupala gang was there, every week they were committing murder. And it was detected. At the same time, and of course, I can agree that the cyber crimes have increased because of IT, BTG, social media, so many apps and all. They are cheating, they are robbing money through. That is that. For that also, our police are making very good efforts, and they also find.
Sir, making efforts is not enough, sir. To secure my dignity and my security as a citizen of this country and as someone who lives in Bangalore is the responsibility of the police. Law and order is the responsibility of the State Home Minister and the government, sir. By just saying that it happened before also it is a phenomenon is not enough, Mr. Bava. Some of those families who have been robbed, they are in complete paranoia. Mr. Satya Prakash, please come in. I am giving you the first chance to speak, sir. Go ahead.
Yes, Sudha, see, the problem in Bangalore is today's population is somewhere around 1.2 to 1.3 crores.
Right.
Or nearly 1.4 crores with a floating population of 10 lakhs on a daily basis. The per capita police for Bangalore, the number of police personnel per 1,000 or 10,000 people is very, very pathetic in Bangalore. And hence, Bangalore being a IT hub, more people from other states are coming. Good people also come, bad people also come. The per capita income also of Bangalore is so high that people like, all these robbers, dacoits, they find Bangalore to be a very lucrative place for them because their hit rate will be high. That means if they start hitting at 5 or 10 cars, they are sure that at least in 3 or 4 cars, there will be cash worth of 20 lakhs or 30 lakhs. That is the reason it is happening. Regarding the Mangalore incident, as per my information goes, I was just going through the news in the afternoon. Already they have identified and more or less they have apprehended 2 people, I think, that bank robbery. So yes, these are the problems. But instead of, telling this government is responsible, what is the home minister doing, what is the police commissioner doing, instead of that, we need to go down, increase the number
How
of
will
police
you
stations.
say, yeah, Satya, how
The
will you
number of-
explain it to the people? You and I can say, listen, this police force being less than the population is a pan-Indian, problem. How are you going to make your people secure, I say?
So what
By
happened,
gi-
what
No, that's
happened is,
Prashant,
what happened, see, we put lot of cameras in the assumption that at least all these crimes will be tracked. Now they have become smarter than us. They are putting all those mufflers. that and all,
some of your big names in the IT sector, Mr. Pai also, back then, Mr. Mohandas Pai had also said that it is not my responsibility. I will only put a business. To give me safety and security is the government should do it. They should do it. If they can't do it, they need to actually get experts as stakeholders. But to give us this excuse that we are not able to do it is not a good, you and I as elders, we can't tell our children, I can't do it. It's my responsibility to do it, to walk the talk.
If there is an, if
Come,
there is an
Prashant,
expert
come in,
who will
Prashant.
stop
Otherwise, I
all
will,
the
I won't have
robbers,
time.
welcome.
Yeah, Sudhaji, look at it this way.
Ah.
Firstly, you cannot say the Home Minister should not be blamed. Law and order is an issue
Yes.
which directly comes under him, and he has to be blamed every bit of it because the law and order has taken a beating in the last 18 months. We can keep listing down incidents that have taken place,
True.
and the Home Minister is insensitive towards all of that. Even when terrorists were caught, he said they are merely accused, you should not call them terrorists. Pakistan Zindabad was shouted, he said no, it was some Nizar Saab. So therefore, I will not give you instances because we have numerous instances. Wherever they have not even taken any proactive steps to ensure that these gangs are being caught. So Home Minister is directly responsible.
That's
and
a
now
good
the
point.
Congress is trying
Prashant.
to give some statistics
Prashant,
to get over
that's
it.
a good point
can't
you
give
make.
statistics and get over it.
Prashant, you made a good point. Tell me, you say that they should come up with solutions. What is the solution, Prashant? Tell me. Your government has also administered Bengaluru. What is the solution? That's what I'm interested in for my mother who lives there, for my cousins, relatives, friends, everyone. I'm asking you.
Congress Mukt Bharat, no, you will have solutions for.
अरे ऐसे थोड़ी होता है यार.
India will prosper.
ये कोई, this is
If you
not an
really
answer.
saying-
No, that is not an answer.
If Satya Prakash is saying that Congress should not be targeted, Home Minister is not responsible, the only solution is get rid of Congress and things will get sorted out in the country then.
Really? I mean,
Let him take
I wish I had
responsibility for this.
statistics. No,
Let
that's-
him accept that law and order has failed now and Home Minister is responsible for this. They are not taking responsibility.
That is
Instead, he's giving some
exactly why
statistics
Siddaramaiah
about
said
people
that
coming from
during
other
the BJP
states,
during the
influx of
BJP
people,
rule,
blaming
what
on
happened?
migrants. Why do you want to blame migrants? Why are you blaming only
That
the
is
migrants?
exactly why
Say that the systems are not in
Siddaramaiah
place.
asked, were not robberies happening during BJP time. That is exactly why
It's not a
Siddaramaiah asked.
BJP versus Congress story, and also what I really respect Mr. Baba. It's not that it is not happening so much. Let's walk the talk. Please give security and dignity and safety to those who live in Bengaluru. We come and work in Bengaluru because it's a great city. It gives us opportunities. We don't come there to be sexually assaulted or to be robbed. Thank you very much. Let me now move to the other story. Let me announce what the other story is. Basanagouda Yatnal makes a bizarre claim, says Pandit Nehru plotted Mahatma Gandhi's assassination. That's coming after the break. See you on the other side.
is IGI certified. Your legacy is IGI certified. Your ambition is IGI certified. Your diamond is IGI certified. Authentic moments need authentic diamonds. Get your diamonds IGI certified. 14-step grading process. 50 years of trust. IGI Trust Certified.
एक्सरसाइज करा करा के मेरी जान निकाल देगा तो तेरा और हमारे बिजनेस का ध्यान कौन रखेगा?
अपने साथ अपनों की लाइफ फिट रखने का परफेक्ट प्लान कैनरा HSBC लाइफ इंश्योरेंस टर्म प्लान। कैनरा HSBC लाइफ इंश्योरेंस, प्रॉमिसेस का पार्टनर।
We made history for a reason tonight.
Will it change the shape of American foreign policy? Violence has erupted in Manipur once again. How can we pass judgment, sir, before any inquiry that, they were volunteers or militants, sir?
What is to the nines? In literal terms, it's perfection. But to us, it's not just a phrase, it's an attitude. One that starts at your desk and sends a statement to the world. To the nines is about taking charge. It's a way of life where every seam, every fold, is crafted with excellence. It's timeless elegance and uncompromising quality made for the corner office. It's the ideas that inspire redefining order and elevating the tabletop. To the nines, for the leaders of today and the visionaries of tomorrow.
That's the story. Yatnal's bizarre claim Nehru planned Mahatma Gandhi's assassination, says he. You know what? That Basanagouda Yatnal shoots his mouth off is by now a very well-known fact. But his latest take on Mahatma Gandhi's assassination on 30th January 1948 borders on being ridiculously bizarre. Conveniently coinciding with Congress's Belagavi Jai Samvidhan Convention, which hinges on Jai Bhim, Jai Bapu, Yatnal decided to drive a hole into the party's commitment towards the Mahatma. Yatnal alleged that Jawaharlal Nehru was behind Mahatma Gandhi's assassination, since the Mahatma's body had only 3 bullets, but according to Yatnal, Nathuram Godse had only fired 1. He suggested that if Nathuram Godse's lone bullet had hit Gandhi, how come his body was riddled with 3? He then went on to suggest that the other 2 were fired on the instructions of Pandit Nehru, that it was Nehru who arranged Gandhi's assassination because he wanted to be a dictator. I know it's ridiculous, but there is more to it. He also said that even during court proceedings, questions were raised about who had fired the 2 bullets. Listen in to what Yatnal had said.
Godse ಹೊಡೆದಿದ್ದು ಒಂದೇ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಇನ್ನೇ 2 ಗೋಳಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಗಾಂಧಿಯ ಶರೀರದಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಗೋಳಿ ಅದು 1 ಗೋಲಿ ನಾಥುರಾಮ್ ಗೋಡ್ಸೆ ಅಂತ ಇದನ್ನು ಒಪ್ತಾರೆ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ನಾಗೆ ಆಗೈತಿ ಇನ್ನು 2 ಗೋಳಿ ಯಾರು ಹೊಡೆದ್ರು ನೇರು ಹೊಡೆಸದ ನಮಗೆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಐತಿ ಜವಾಹರ್ಲಾಲ್ ನೆಹರೂನೇ ಗಾಂಧಿನ ಹೊಡ್ಸದ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೆಹರೂಗೆ ಒಟ್ಟು ಸರ್ವಾಧಿಕಾರಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋಂಥದ್ದಿತ್ತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಗಾಂಧಿನ ಹೊಡ್ಸೋದವರು ಗೋಡ್ಸೆನ ಗೋಳಿಗೆ ಗುಂಡಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ನು 2 ಗುಂಡುಗಳವು ಯಾರು? ಇದು ಕೋರ್ಟ್ನಾಗ ಆಗಿದ್ದಿದ್ದು. ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಧೀಶರ ಮುಂದೆ ಆದಂಥ ವಾದ ವಿವಾದದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ 2 ಗುಂಡುಗಳು ಯಾರು? ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ನೆಹರೂನ ಹೊಡ್ಸೋಣ. ಗಾಂಧಿನ ಹೊಡ್ಸೋದವ್ರು ನೆಹರು, ನಾಥುರಾಮ್ ಗೋಡ್ಸೆ ಒಂದೇ ಹೊಡೆದಕ್ಕೆ 2 ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದು.
Yatnal also accused the state's Congress leaders having no connection to Gandhi and labelled the Belagavi convention as a gathering of fake Gandhis. Yatnal called their actions a drama company of merely donning Gandhi caps and shouting slogans for show. You know what? It's absolutely okay to question the historical evidence of an event. Also to doubt the intentions of why history was projected in a particular fashion at a particular time. But this comment by Yatnal is a serious made-up charge, and on the first Prime Minister of independent India. I wonder, apart from scoring some political brownie points, if Yatnal even knows what he is speaking about. I wanted to get a historical perspective on this. And if I get that guest, I will of course dovetail him into it. But as of now, I've got 2 experts. First up is Professor Chambi Puranik, Senior Political Analyst, and also Satya Prakash, who is the KPCC spokesperson. Let me first welcome both of you to it. Professor Chambi Puranik, have you in the recent past heard anything as ridiculous and bizarre as this, serial offender, as in you shoots his mouth off, Yatnal? Have you ever heard of anyone speaking like this, Professor, sir?
I mean, it's very shocking, because Yatnal is known for such kind of loose talks and also making irresponsible statements against top leaders, without knowing the background, because he is not a historian, he is a politician. So I think in the guise of his loyalty to RSS and BJP, probably he is trying to make use of this particular kind of incident, which is, I think in the past, it has been verified. And Nehru has nothing to do with it, because it's not to say that he's not only a loose cannon, but he's a very foolish person, idiotic person, I would say. Because as a responsible professor and student of history, and I don't think I have ever come across this. It's like that Subhash Chandra Bose missing and all that, and being a Baba and all that. That kind of, that is okay. But this is, not only bizarre, but it's also a grave kind of offense. I think somebody should, the Congress or any other party, is interested, or has respect for the personality of Gandhi, and also the kind of whatever situation that was there, they should file a case against him. Because Yatnal is using this in order to appease his own BJP masters. He said, he has made a statement, Sudha, yesterday, we have our own core committee. He says our own core committee. Now, when the people say the high command is there, no, apart from high command, I have my own core committee. What does it mean? That means to say there is a kind of a pre-orchestrated or whatever the kind of conspiracy theories these people are patching out. Exactly. I think he wants to be more loyal to RSS than the original RSS people. Yatnal is a party jumper, like Ramesh Jarkiwadi.
Right,
I am not a party man. I have opposed Satya Prakash number of times on Congress. But on this point, I think Yatnal needs to be condemned, not only by Congress and other whatever well-meant intellectuals, but also the BJP should disown him. And BJP high command, or if not, the representative like Prahlad Joshi or anybody should say, Yatnal should keep his mouth shut, and he should never.
Very strong words coming from Professor Sir. He's being a student of history, so am I, by the way. And I think it's okay to differ with someone and say, I don't agree with this kind of a description, or I have found Romila Thapar sometimes writing something. I may not agree. It's fine. But this is completely bizarre and ridiculous. Satya Prakash, what is the Congress? Is the Congress planning to do anything on this?
Yeah, Sudha, we all know Yatnal comes from which Shaka? He comes from the RSS Shaka and is part of the BJP. We need to understand history, and I am proud that, today Mr. Puranik, who is a known name in Mysore University in the Department of History, is with us. First of all, he should understand that there were 3 bullets And people doubt about the fourth one, not the first one and the third one. He doesn't know any history about it.
Yes.
Second thing is, there is a book written by Making of Nathuram Godse, the Gandhi assassin by Dhirendra K. Jha. Very clearly there are some, even Mr. Godse has accepted in court that I am an RSS Karyakarta. His brother was involved, Gopal Godse was there, Narayan Apte was there. All three people are RSS people, Swayam Sevaks who built RSS in Maharashtra. You just look at history. When before going to the gallows, Godse is asked, what is your last wish? He says, RSS has dumped me. RSS says I am no more a member of the RSS. Before going to the gallows, he sings Sada Vatsale. That song of RSS he sings, and that is documented in history. What is this Basanagouda Yatnal speaking? There is no connection between his tongue and his brain. He is
And Satya Prakash, Satya Prakash, I have, for the benefit of the viewers, ladies and gentlemen, this is the case which was conducted after the assassination of the Mahatma in Lal Qila at the Red Fort. And amongst other things, I've just picked out the first paragraph and I want to read it out for you. At 5 p.m. in the evening of 30th January 48, Gandhi was shot point blank by...
Birla Mandir. It was at Birla Mandir.
Yes, Birla Mandir. No, the
Birla
case
Mandir,
was...
correct.
No, the case was later tried not in Birla Mandir, sir. It was,
that is the
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that much, yeah. He says he was on his way to the dais for the prayer meeting, which he had continued. After firing 3 bullets, Nathuram Godse raised his hand with the gun and was caught red-handed. Mr. Yatnal's history, where is Mr. Yatnal learning his history from? He wants to make a point about Jai Bhim, Jai Bapu. Let him first read history and not some half-baked history on the history of this nation, because the Mahatma and Nehru belongs to all of us equally. Today they may be looking at Nehru as him and us, but they cannot forget that he is the first Prime Minister of independent India. Professor Puranik, I want to ask you that, you know, the Congress, I mean, just now Satya Prakash spoke, but don't you think it is also an offense in a way to speak by casting aspersions on anyone like this on a murder charge? You can always ignore someone and say, okay, he doesn't know, leave him. But this is the first Prime Minister, Professor, sir.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate, because Nehru has, it's definitely, just because Modi has done much more things than Nehru like that, you know, those are different times. Nehru's weakness was socialism. He wanted the public enterprises to come up and help with India to go. And economically, Nehru, we can differ with him. But also, to denigrate Nehru and his contribution, I think, you know, people are taking such kind of bizarre, whatever kind of, mad positions.
Professor, sir.
I would say that in Yatnal's case, even Mohan Bhagwat should condemn and ostracize Mr. Yatnal and make his mouth shut. You know, because this is a very serious thing. I don't think media should give. I think media should not give more importance to this than a kind of joker or a foolish person making such a statement. You know, beyond reason or comprehension of history. And
Satya,
I think that's the kind of thing he deserves. He wants to be chief minister. He wants to be BJP president. If this is the gentleman who is going to succeed A.J. Vijayendra or anybody with the kind
God
of...
help the BJP.
History has documented, Sudha. History has documented the main conspirators.
I'll join with you in saying that he has made an irresponsible statement, a statement which goes against all facts and the judicial norms and propriety of the judgment that is given against Godse. That's how I can say.
History has documented, Sudha, who is the chief main conspirator. Savarkar is the main conspirator. He said, what he said to Godse and Apte is very clear. Vijayi Bhava. The history has documented this history. There was not just Godse and Apte, there were 7 of them. Godse, Apte, Pahua was there. He got arrested just 10 days before, after throwing the bomb. There were 7 conspirators in total. Godse's brother was there. Gopal Godse was there. He got life imprisonment. You all know what has happened. Mr. Sardar Patel has documented it, saying why he banned RSS in 1948.
1948,
Everything
true.
is documented.
But then Savarkar was let off because there was lack of evidence. You know, this is not, of course, we know, I mean, for those who we all know it was Apte, Godse, Karkare, Badge, Pava, Shankar Kistaya, Gopal Godse, Vinayak Savarkar and Dattatreya Parchure. Of course, you know, Savarkar was let off later, but because lack of evidence. But
all these people belong to which organization? Do they belong to INC?
But I want to ask you, what is the Congress, sir? What is the Congress, sir?
Mr. Godse,
sir, let's not
Mr.
get
Godse
in now. If we get into the history, Satya Prakash, I don't think I can also.
Nathuram Godse, as a tailor, because he failed in matriculation, started stitching knickers for RSS Sangh.
All right,
Please find out history.
Yeah. Then I'll go into Madan Mohan Malviya. Why do we want to go into ancient history, sir? Madan Mohan Malviya. Then I will go to Dr. Karan Singh. That for another. We'll meet one day over coffee. 3 of us will sit and talk about this. But right now, what is the Congress planning to do, Satya Prakash ji? What is the step?
I think we have to take this. We have to take this in a big way. The Watermouth Yatnal should be taught a lesson for denigrating the India's first Prime Minister, the founding father of this nation, who built foundation for this great country. That time, whatever Mr. Puranik said, the socialist model was the model of that time. And afterwards, during 90s was, all this LPG and all came. Those days, LPG was not there. Liberalization, privatization, globalization was not order of the day. Today, whatever now.
But I have not seen many, Satya, I have not seen many reactions coming from the Congress party because the Belagavi is going on. I totally respect that.
I appreciate News9 and Sudhaji, you for taking up this issue. We will definitely take this up in a big way.
You have to.
I myself will write to the ACC
Yeah, you
president.
have to, because they are busy in Belagavi. I understand. I spoke to a few others. They said, give us time, but there has not been a strong reaction. This is bordering on the bizarre. I have 1 minute left. Professor Puranik, I want to ask you. I ask you again and again. Today there is a BJP meeting also at 7 o'clock, sir, for the next BJP chief in Karnataka. Why can't they get rid of Yatnal, sir? What is so great? Every day he is making statements which is bordering on the ridiculous and bizarre. What is he bringing to the table?
No, he has a small group, in a kind of, within the high command, there is a kind of think tank, They are not ideologues, but they are only strategists. These people are supporting him and they are using him. And Yatnal is so foolish. He will make such statements, irresponsible statements without any evidence or sense of propriety or whatever justice or judgment that he should have in mind. So he has lost discretion. The world reason is not there in his brain. That's what I am talking. He is only a fanatic. Only a fanatic can talk like this. And I think he will be worse than Godse if he says Nehru has orchestrated or managed this conspiracy against Gandhi. Why the first time? He should be given some award for the most maddest person in the world. And that's how I consider.
I have to say, Professor Puranik, I have never seen you so angry. You are a very polite man, but today, as a teacher, I think, and as a student and as a citizen of this country, I think this has really disturbed you. And I think that
we should give respect to everybody. You should give respect to everybody. Everybody differs.
Yes.
We also differ.
You
but differ with dignity.
Yeah,
and conscience.
Yes, exactly. On that note, thank you, Professor Sir. Thank you very much. Satya, thank you very much for joining us on this broadcast. And the next story which is coming up. Income tax raids at several properties linked to film producer Dil Raju. Alright, film producer Dil Raju has been raided. What's the story? Let's figure out. The Income Tax Department today conducted raids on several properties belonging to film producer, who's also the chairman of Telangana Film Development Corporation, Dil Raju. Raids were carried out at 8 different locations across Hyderabad, including Dil Raju's residence and offices, and even at the residences of his relatives. Income Tax Department conducted raids on film producer Raju's properties, including his office and homes in Hyderabad. Raids were carried out at 8 different locations, including the residence of his relatives. 55 teams conducted simultaneous searches at Dil Raju's home and at the homes of his brother Sirish and daughter Hansita Reddy in the Banjara Hills, Jubilee Hills area. Dil Raju's wife, Tejaswini, was escorted to the bank by officials to open and inspect all the lockers. Tejaswini confirmed that the bank details were requested and lockers were also opened as per the instructions of the IT department officials. As per reports, the raids are linked to uncovering financial irregularities in blockbuster movie productions including Game Changer and Sankaranti. And for more on this, let me now go across to my colleague Noor Mohammed. वेलकम टू द ब्रॉडकास्ट नूर। नूर, ये बताइए कि बहुत बड़े नामी गिरामी प्रोड्यूसर हैं दिल राजू, और यही थे जो चीफ मिनिस्टर रेवंत रेड्डी से भी मुलाकात करने गए थे जब ये पूरा प्रकरण हुआ था अल्लू अर्जुन का। बताइए क्या कुछ कहानी है, ये अचानक कैसे रेड शुरू हो गई और अब ये कहां तक मामला पहुंचा है नूर मोहम्मद?
देखिए, पिछले कुछ दिनों से तेलंगाना फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के वक्त और हालात ठीक नज़र नहीं आ रहे। देखिए, पिछले कुछ दिन के बाद पहले अगर देखें तो फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के लोग कुछ विवादों में रहे, उसके बाद एक दूसरे पे केस भी करते रहे और जेल जाने के बाद अब फिलहाल सबसे बड़ी मुसीबत इंडस्ट्री के लोगों के लिए सता रही कि IT रेड। देखिए, सुबह मॉर्निंग में ही जैसे ही अभी शायद इंडस्ट्री के लोगों की नींद भी पूरी तरह सुबह नहीं हुई थी, IT के लोग पहुंच गए। IT के लोग तमाम जितने भी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के जाने माने जो प्रोड्यूसर थे या फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के जो फिल्म मेकर्स थे, उनके घरों पर लगातार छापेमारी चल रही है। देखिए, पिछले कुछ दिनों में संक्रांति के फेस्टिवल के मौके पर बहुत बड़ी बड़ी फिल्में तेलुगु इंडस्ट्री में बनाई गई थी। उन फिल्म इंडस्ट्री का सबसे ज़्यादा डेटा जो चेक किया जाए, यहाँ तक कि दिल राजू तो तेलंगाना फिल्म का डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन के जो चेयरमैन तेलंगाना में फिलहाल वो है, उनके ऑफिसों पर भी छापे मारे गए हैं। उनकी बीवी को इनकम टैक्स के अधिकारियों ने बैंक तक लेके गया। बैंक में लाकर खुलाने के बाद जो भी डॉक्यूमेंट्स थे, पूरे डॉक्यूमेंट्स को वेरीफाई कर रही है। देखिए, पिछले कुछ सालों में आरोप यही आ रहा है कि इन लोगों ने इनकम टैक्स में बहुत सारा घपला किया है, इनकम टैक्स में बहुत सारे हेरा फेरी की है, ये फिलहाल आरोप लगाया जा रहा है। देखिए, इंडस्ट्री के तमाम लोगों के जो बड़े बड़े ऑफिसेस, जो बड़े बड़े उनके घर है, उनके परिवार, उनके रिश्तेदारों के जो घर है, लगातार छापेमारी हो रही है सुबह से। हो सकता है कि आज रात और कल सुबह तक ये छापे चलेंगे। अभी तक कितना डॉक्यूमेंट स्कैन किया है, कितने पैसे सीज किया है, ये अभी इनकम टैक्स की तरफ से ये इंफॉर्मेशन आना बाकी है। मगर फिलहाल तेलुगु फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के अंदर ये कोहराम मचा हुआ है। बड़े बड़े प्रोड्यूसरों पर ही छापेमारी फिलहाल हैदराबाद के अंदर चल रही है।
ये बताइए कि यहाँ पर ये भी जिक्र किया जा रहा है कि गेम चेंजर जो अभी रामचरण की लेटेस्ट फिल्म थी और संक्रांति, इन दोनों को लेकर कहीं पर शको शुबा है। नूर,
देखिए, तमाम जो अभी तक पुष्पा 2 के जो मेकर थे, उनके ऑफिस पर भी छापे मारे हुए हैं। गेम चेंजर हो या संक्रांति हो, इन तमाम को IT ने अपने रडार पर लिया है। उनके ऑफिसों पर छापेमारी कर रही है। उनके ऑफिसों के जो भी अधिकारी थे, जिन्होंने फिलहाल IT ने उनकी कस्टडी में रखकर पूछताछ कर रही है। यहाँ तक कि उनके अकाउंट्स और उनके बैंक के डिटेल्स तक मंगा रही है। पिछले साल आपने कितना IT पे किया था, क्या कौन से लॉकर में कौन से बैंकों के अंदर आपके अकाउंट्स है, क्या क्या डॉक्यूमेंट्स आपने लॉकर्स के अंदर रखा है, क्यों रखा है, और कितना आपने पिछली बार IT पे किया था, ये तमाम डॉक्यूमेंट्स आप फिलहाल स्कैन कर रही है। देखिए, तेलुगु फिल्म इंडस्ट्री को एक तरह से एक डर, एक खौफ का माहौल पिछले कई दिनों से सता रहा था, मगर आज इस बात खुलकर आ गई कि जिस तरह से IT के बड़े बड़े टीम में जो सेंट्रल फोर्सेस के दायरे में सेंट्रल फोर्सेस के जो पुलिस अधिकारी है, वो तमाम इन ऑफिसों का घेराव करने के बाद IT के अधिकारी सुबह मॉर्निंग आवर्स में घुसकर जो छापेमारी शुरू करी है, और शायद आज रात तक पूरा मुकम्मल हो जाएगा, कल तक चलेगा।
On that note, thank you very much, Noor Mohammed, for joining us on the broadcast and bringing us up to speed on this raids on Dil Raju. And on that note, it's a wrap on the South Indian this Tuesday evening, but we shall be here again tomorrow at 5 p.m. with all the stories from the south of India. Until then, thank you.
What is to the nines? In literal terms, it's perfection. But to us, it's not just a phrase, it's an attitude. One that starts at your desk and sends a statement to the world. To the nines is about taking charge. It's a way of life where every seam, every fold is crafted with excellence. It's timeless elegance and uncompromising quality made for the corner office. It's the ideas that inspire redefining order and elevating the tabletop. To the nines, for the leaders of today and the visionaries of tomorrow.
In the chaos of battle, one weapon stands as a silent reaper of the battlefield. It can kill at ranges of over 3 kilometers. Just one precise shot can shatter enemy lines, disrupt entire formations, and tip the scales of war. This is a weapon born in Bharat, and it's crafted to take on the best in the world. This is the SSS Defense Sabre, and you're watching Guns of India.
This and more. Streaming on News9 Plus. Subscribe and get free vouchers.
If it's a cancer, then what?
It's very distressing.
Anyone can have cancer.
Mentality है कि ये बीमारी मुझे नहीं हो सकती.
There's a thing called cancer is right inside me.
सबसे पहले जो होता है ना, डर जो होता है कि now at the end of the world.
My life went upside down.
Stigma associated with it, which is very scary.
In our country, more than 14 lakh people get diagnosed with cancer every year. Out of that, more than 9 lakhs die every year because of cancer.
This and more. Streaming on News9 Plus. Subscribe and get free vouchers.
We made history for a reason tonight.
Will it change the shape of American foreign policy? Violence has erupted in Manipur once again. How can we pass judgment, sir, before any inquiry that, they were volunteers or militants, sir?
Hello and welcome. You are watching News9. I'm Krishna Kumar. These are our top stories. Khalistani terrorist Pannu gate crashes Trump's inauguration, raising concerns about security for India's External Affairs Minister Jaishankar and other dignitaries present at the event. Actor Saif Ali Khan discharged from the hospital in Mumbai 5 days after the stabbing incident Earlier, the Mumbai police collected multiple fingerprints of the accused from Saif's house. China's President Xi Jinping and Russia's President Vladimir Putin hold a video meeting to discuss bilateral ties amidst geopolitical challenges as Trump begins his second US presidency. Outrage over Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah's remark on rape. He questions if rapes did not occur during BJP's tenure. West Bengal state government moves the Calcutta High Court seeking death penalty for convict Sanjay Roy in the RG Kar Hospital rape and murder case. Supreme Court dismisses the Enforcement Directorate's challenge against the bail granted to NCP leader Chhagan Bhujbal, citing no grounds for interference as the bail was granted in 2018. Kerala's Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan joins Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister M.K. Stalin in opposing the UGC draft regulations. Kerala State Assembly passes a resolution seeking the withdrawal of UGC guidelines. Stalin writes to the centre to scrap UGC. At least 16 Maoists killed along the Chhattisgarh-Odisha border in an anti-Maoist operation. A most wanted Naxal commander is among those killed. Adani Group Chairman Gautam Adani attends the Mahakumbh with his family in Prayagraj. Adani also visits the camp of the ISKCON temple at the fair and helps cook the Mahaprasad. Actor Saif Ali Khan has been discharged from the Leelavati hospital in Mumbai after 5 days. Earlier, his wife Kareena Kapoor Khan and daughter Sara Ali Khan were seen reaching the hospital. Saif was injured during an alleged robbery attempt when an intruder broke into his home. He sustained multiple stab wounds, including a significant injury to his thoracic spine, which required surgery to remove knife fragments. He underwent 2 critical procedures, neurosurgery and plastic surgery. And now we have our correspondent Jaiprakash Singh joining us live from Mumbai outside the Leelavati hospital. Jaiprakash Singh जी बताइए 5 दिन में सैफ अली खान को डिस्चार्ज किया गया है लीलावती हॉस्पिटल में. अभी इन्वेस्टिगेशंस कहां तक पहुंचे हैं?